As if we did not have enough people in the whole leagues of idiocracy and stupidity, content creators, especially in 2024, decided to join among their peers in this case. Now, what I'm trying to get at, I'm pretty sure you have realized it from the title as well, it's basically texting with minors, or content predators, which I call in this case. Now, I'm not really going to tackle into the morale aspect of this matter, like how ethical it is or to text with the minors. My opinion is it's fucked up, but I'm pretty sure you have already seen many shit ton of fucking content or people bashing and talking about this in all the platforms, social platforms that are available. The aspect that I want to tackle in this video is basically the content creator part of it, especially these quote unquote creator parts. Because I'm really having a difficult time trying to understand this stupidity, but at the same time, I kind of see the cause. I know the cause of this, plus minus on average. Now, the first question that I asked to myself when I saw this was not really of why they are texting with the minors, because at this point we kind of, already learned our lessons from Minecraft YouTubers slowly, coming out as pedophiles or, I don't know, texting with minors, having something with them. The real question that I asked, especially as of late with like Dr. Disrespect or like other content creators that came out so far, was why? Why would you text with that? You have people that like morally dependent on you. You have people constantly and regularly watching your content and supporting you. You have people joining your streams or watching your videos and commenting on that. And most of the times it tends to be the streamers, because that's kind of pretty much the clear craze of 2000s type of like trend that is going on with the content, like streamers in general. And you have like an empire almost built for yourself. You are set up pretty much for the rest of your life. You just turn on a computer, do some random ass shit in front of the computer, and people will still continue to praise you, fan over you, stand you, still make clips out of you. Now, in this case, it's kind of questionable whether they are making the clips up for you, about you, for just like, like due to the love, or they just want to farm from your content, with the AI generated, like automated in this case, to make as much money and revenue out of the video content that they produce as possible. Now, it's really baffling for me to see that there are a lot, like, becoming a content creator is a lot of people's dream. I will not be wrong at all when I make the argument or the statement that becoming a content creator is one of a kind position that you can have in this life, in terms of, having this, being the boss of your own life, getting to decide what to do, when to do, what kind of things to do, and pretty much, being the boss of your own life in general. And you get to do what you exactly like. You don't have to, wake up 6 in the fucking morning, go to work 9 hours, 10 hours later, I don't know, depending on the country and regular systems, that you come back and just rest, to sleep, and to be able to wake up in the morning, right? 9 to 5 work in general, that's what people call it. Now, it's pretty much a fucking dream job of becoming a content creator, and I highly believe in that as well. It's a lot of people's dream, so to say. Back in 2015, it started with like YouTube content creators, YouTubers. Nowadays, it's just a content creator in general. It just doesn't fucking matter. Most of the times, it's either TikTok or YouTube, as you can clearly see. Now, the point that I tackle in this case is, how comfortable did you get in your seat? That is the real question that I want to ask. Because you are pretty much set up for life. You have the very thing that a lot of people are dreaming about and trying to reach to such a position. Having a recognizable name is a one-of-a-kind act. It's up there, I don't know, in my opinion, it's even above that of winning a gold medal in Olympics. Like, it's just, in my opinion, becoming a content creator is better than just wishing to be rich. Because when you're a content creator, you pretty much have everything all in one package. And why the fuck would you decide to throw all this shit out of the window for the minors? Why would you text with the minors? Why would you text people with people whose age ends with teen? Meanwhile, you are, I don't know, man, 25 or 30 or something like that? Why would you do this? you have this beautiful thing and you decide to throw that shit out of the fucking window. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, bro, did you get too much comfortable in your seat and you'll be like, man, this shit is a little bit too comfortable. I need a little bit, action in my fucking life. So what is better than texting with minors? Now, at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I kind of know the real cause or the source of this issue. And it's pretty much tightly, closely tied with the very thing that you are doing. And that is the content creation, especially in the case of streaming. Now, an adult that goes to work or goes to university or something like that don't really have much of a time to tune in into the stream and watch it for, I don't know, for an hour or two straight. Especially like, no 25 years olds be like, bro, let's watch Kaizenat stream, bro. No fucking body does that. Most of the times it's kids. Most of the times it's young audience. Young and impressionable audience, right? So they pretty much, like, at this point are tackling, are dealing with the kids, right? Now they might say that, hey, they are not specifically making a content for the kids, and I agree with that. You just make the content that you like, that you see suitable for yourself. But it doesn't change the fact that you are highly aware that most of the people that are watching you is pretty much kids, right? And then screaming, and the thing is, that's the very aspect that they are trying to exploit with overreactions or dramatizing thing, screaming into the fucking microphone and reading things out loud and acting pretty much fucking childish to appeal to the younger audience. Now, sometimes these content creators get a little bit too lonely. If they were not as social at the beginning of their content creation, like journey or adventure, whatever you fucking want to call it, they later on start to turn into, a social person, or definitely chronically online. Because whether you fucking like it or not, if basically what you do all the time and consistently, by the way, think about it, is just making a content, waking up in the morning, turning on a streaming for 8 and 10 hours straight, just doing some random shit in front of the camera, you're bound to turn fucking chronically online. Alright? Now, some of these individuals, the most that they interact with the real life is their balcony. They go out, maybe get some fresh air, and that's it. Most of the times you have to give expense on something. So if you have like your friend circle with whom you don't really make a content together, then you have to give up on that time to make content or something like that. Otherwise you will exhaust yourself pretty fucking quickly. And most of the times people choose to stream rather than, like, for example, going out, interacting, socializing and stuff like that. But sometimes it gets a little bit too much with the streamers or content creators in this case, and they start to give in to this kind messages or DMs of their audience, which in this case tends to be minors. Once they become a social, adding the fact that they become chronically online and they are craving for that real life connection, they start to get themselves in interactions, in conversations with this said minors with their DMs. Now, the question that I asked at the beginning, why, is pretty much correlated with this, exactly in this milestone, in this episode of this turning from fucking content creator into a fucking content predator. And that is, you are texting with a minor. Now, the word that I want to highlight is texting. Now, that shit is screenshotable. That shit is pretty much screen recordable. That is provable. Now, sure, with the rise of AI and AI generated content and faking shit, I get it, but that's pretty much just already a bad start for you, right? So, speaking purely from a predator perspective, okay, that just fucking sounded weird. Speaking from an evil perspective, it doesn't fucking make sense that you are leaving breadcrumbs behind. Now, that's not me fucking encouraging people texting with the fucking minors. That shit is fucked up. But once again, this video is not about that part. It's about the content creation part. How you fucking betray the very thing that you are doing. I mean, at the beginning, if you're already fucking, your whole thing is just bashing on other people, talking about fucking dramas and XYZ situations, you are already like, you know, bad person, kind of bad person to begin with, because your whole account is based off of bashing other people, based off of hating other people, based off of talking dramas. Because once you fucking slip up, oh boy, you are sinking to the bottom of the ocean like a dead whale. And trust me, the whole ecosystem down below is gonna munch on you. Alright? Now, putting that aside, once again, why? Why would you throw everything out of the fucking window? All this beautiful thing, all this hard work that you have created, the very thing that people are dreaming about to have, just let the shit into the, throw that shit to the floor and stamp on it. Because you wanted to have this little fucking action that is going on in your fucking life? It's like, because like most of the times when they text with minors, it's most of the times in the context of like sexual interaction. They either send nudes or expect nudes, or they talk in like in an erotic manner, you know, the sexual manner. It's like at this point sexting, right? So why? Once again, why? Like, just think of it once again. You are a YouTuber, you're a content creator, you get shit ton of fucking money. Like, I'm not encouraging anybody. You can easily afford a prostitute if that is what you're going for, to get some action, to score some goal. Why minors? Why do you deal with kids, with children? Why the fuck would you do this? Why do you deal with teenagers? If you are, you know, if you're a teenager, then I get it, because you are literally pretty much interacting with your peers. But if you're a fucking adult, why are you dealing with minors? Why do you throw everything that you have created so far out of the fucking window for this like 5-10 minutes like quick action? Why the fuck would you do this? That is the fucked up part that I want to talk about, because you pretty much betrayed the very thing that you are, and that is the content creator. And shame on you, motherfucker, because you just literally betrayed yourself, betrayed the very essence of this shit. The content creation is something beautiful. And the reason why I started this is not because of the fucking money. By the way, never once in my fucking life have I thought about like seeing money as an issue in the context of content creation. I'm not doing this shit to get fucking rich. I'm just doing this to inspire others, to show them, hey, there's somebody more upset than you are. You know what I mean? And that's me in this case, Rosario Painkiller. So I'm trying to understand that if you're trying to build something for yourself, by the way, once you reach a certain position, it's like exponential growth from that point on. The real difficulty is getting to that like breakaway point, getting to that equilibrium, I guess, in that sense. And that's where a lot of content creators are struggling to get there in the first place. And you decide that it's not enough for me. I need minors in my life as well. I need to interact with teens. I need to interact with the children, because that's the action that I deserve. That is what I want. Like, I guess in that sense, becoming a content predator was your ultimate goal. Abusing the very content that you make for nefarious purposes, for this like fucked up purposes of, oh, texting with the minors. And by the way, everything that you fucking do online is online. It's just fucking there. It doesn't really fucking disappear. You know what I fucking mean? And absolutely some fucked up shit, like texting with minors is one thing, but fucking doing it online is another shit. Especially if you're recognizable. You are a piece of motherfucking shit. That's just given, right? What I truly feel sad about as like do this shit is in the context of content creation, that dude, you could have literally done so many things with the whole community that you have built for yourself, and you decided to betray the very community that was full of love to you, that supported your craft, that supported what you put out there. And that is the sadness that I feel every time. I don't really fucking feel sad for them, but rather that the opportunity was given to a piece of shit like this, when there are much better artists out there that deserve it. Now, online platform, online media is just a whole different fucking ball game in itself. In this space, it's not the people that deserve that get famous, but rather people that got fucking lucky. Now, no matter how many fucking times you say that, hey, it's about the consistency, it's about posting, it's about, I don't know, putting out the work and, you know, not giving up. I 100% fuck with that as well. I do understand that you need to grind as well, not to give up easily. But let's not just fucking like deny the fact that sometimes you will come across, a lot of times when you come across to people, you just think to yourself, they just do not deserve all this attention. All they do is literally like scavenge. Like I have already talked about about this in my previous video in the context with the queso. I don't really believe, once again, I don't really think that he's a bad person, but most of the times it's just like not just him, you know, specifically, but rather most of the times his content creation is about how can I make this shit fucking more clippable. I will just read whatever the fuck that I come across in the chat. I will speak that shit out loud, scream out loud. I will over dramatize that shit out loud. I will just like this put some kind of fucked up, half-baked theatrical front. You know, most of the times, bro, they are not even. It's like, bro, if acting is the very thing that you're concerned about or is your highlight, you better go and fucking study act to become a fucking actor, not a fucking content creator. It's like, so I'm just be like, bro, there are so many better people out there that deserve the very position that you are in, but it's just the whole like I don't know, it's just so fucked up. It's like the whole point that the Queso got famous in the first place was because of the fucking fat jokes. And he still writes with that, by the way. It's like just getting called fat. It's just... And he has like 50,000 people in his chat just bullying him. Like, their chat is pretty much filled with 12 to 15 years old. That's just fucking giving, alright? Sidetracked from the main topic. That is what I wanted to talk about. Content creators turning into content predators. And it is such a vile situation that you waste yourself, you waste the very opportunity that you were given. So yeah, that was what I want to talk about. My name is Rosario Painkiller. I create art and therefore I created myself. I will talk to you later.